Good morning and welcome to Skedlive. I'm your host, Farah Al-Rashid. It is Thursday, October 12th. Here is what Skedline reporters are covering in the Humber community this week. Students are frustrated as the construction of a new cultural hub forces the Humber Lakeshore Library to close. The construction is ongoing and nobody knows its end date nor its date of the library reopening. The access to paper books remains restricted and the majority of library consulting is done virtually. Because in-person library services are unavailable, many students struggle with their assignments and other homework. Some are still navigating online resources. Others say they miss a quiet learning space and the library provided. Find out how Humber handles the closure of our latest story by Skedline reporter Alexandra Chorna. National Hispanic Heritage Month celebrates the cultural success and contributions of Latinos within North America. Humber Lakeshore does not host any clubs or gatherings for Hispanic students to commemorate and celebrate special time. The lack of Hispanic culture and heritage representations has left students like Valentina Jara with no cultural support or meeting places on campus. Check out this video report by Skedline's reporters Ashwin Nair and Danny Montereso.
September 15th to October 15th marks Hispanic Heritage Month. On October 1st, we attended the Latin Fall Fiesta at Young Dundas Square, where the Hispanic community came together to celebrate their culture and heritage through dance, food, and music. Currently, Humber North is the only campus that offers a club for the Hispanic community. The Humber Hispano Club at Humber North was created with the intention to support all Hispanic Americans academically and socially. But where does that leave the students at the Humber Lakeshore campus? We spoke to Humber student Valentina Jara, who is in her final year of criminal justice and social studies. Although she was born in Canada, Valentina spent her first 11 years in Ecuador before moving back to Canada permanently.
I actually didn't know that Humber North had a Hispanic club. I had no idea. I have attended Lakeshore for my 4 years of my program, and I didn't even know we had such thing in the Humber community. I feel like one of the reasons why I also feel very affected at the fact that I don't know about it, it's because they only have it at North Campus and they don't have it at Lakeshore, nor do they bring it up in any Ignite conversations, or within the 4 years I've been here, I've actually never heard of it. But I do feel like Lakeshore should definitely bring the Hispano Club as well, just because, again, I had no idea North even had something like that, and if they had it on both campuses, I think it would just make the community grow and just come a little bit more together. Just maybe some people don't know that there's a lot of Hispanic people around us or within the Humber community, and having that club at Lakeshore would help.
We also reached out to the president and vice president of the Humber Hispano Club, but unfortunately did not get a response back to comment on the details of the club within the Humber community. The celebration of Hispanic culture and achievement within our community successfully concludes Hispanic Heritage Month.
International students continue to struggle with living costs in Toronto. There are almost 10,000 students from 120 countries at Humber. Similar to domestic students, accommodations are their main concern. They seek being able to live a balanced, healthy life, affording groceries and work part-time jobs. Check out Prabhi Rihal's full story on skedline.com. Humber College is leading a 5-year project in partnership with Bhutan. The initiative is called Bhutan Education and Skills Training, and its $5 million budget is funded by the federal government. According to Anna Gracia, a project's lead, Humber and Bhutan will exchange staff and share knowledge with each other. What's special about this project and why Humber was chosen for it? Read our latest article on Alexandra Chorna to find out. October 17th marks the 5-year anniversary of legalized cannabis for Canada. Here is Skedline reporter Prabhi Rihal speaking to students on how cannabis legalization is used and how it's affecting students.
Thanks, Farah. This is Prabhi Rihal for Skedline. October 17th marks the 5-year anniversary of the legalization of marijuana. Let's see what Humber students have to say about it.
I think the legalization of weed could be positive for some students and negative for others. When we think about weed, we do have to understand, yes, it is a drug, but it does help students who have medical need for it, right? So weed could be used for cancer patients, people suffering from anxiety. So people don't only use it recreational, they use it for medication. So I think for me as a student to talk about, well, as somebody who doesn't participate, however, it's hard for me to say what is good for a student. It is what's good for your life at this moment and this time. And if you are getting direction on how to use it and you're using it safely, who am I to say something to you?
I use weed when I'm studying sometimes. I smoke, then I read, and that's how I get the.
You remember?
Yeah, I remember things, you know? But like, if you, and I only use it at night, and maybe, for example, I can stay the whole week without smoking, maybe one day, you know, I smoke one day a week, or sometimes like if I want like my own space, you know, I always make it like as my healing point, you know.
This was Prabhi Rihal. Now back to the studio.
We have Skedline reporter Ashwin Nair for weather.
Thanks, Farah. Let's take a look at the weather for the next 5 days. Starting tomorrow, have your fall coats ready. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds. During the day, we'll see a high of 14 degrees, and at the night, the cool breeze will help drop the temperature down to 6. On Saturday, we can expect a rainy day, 14 with light showers and wind. Later in the evening, we're looking at 9. The next day on Sunday, temperatures should range between 13 and 7. We'll see a mostly cloudy day with cool winds and sunny breaks. Moving on to the next week, our Monday will start mostly cloudy with a high of 12 and a low of 8. On Tuesday, we're back to a mix of sun and clouds. We'll see a high of 13 during the day, and at night, it will drop down to a low of 7. That was our weather report. I'm Ashwin Nair for Skedlive.
Thanks, Ashwin. I'm Farah Al Rashid. This is your Skedlive. Thank you for watching.